Congratulations. God says, check your bank account balance 22 minutes after watching this video. You will be shocked after seeing your bank balance. You'll receive massive wealth if you listen to God now. Listen carefully, because this is not ordinary, and it is not meant for everyone who passes by. I am speaking to you directly, and what you are about to hear carries weight that can shift your path if you receive it with a willing heart. The moment you choose to stay and absorb every word, you step into alignment with something that has already been set in motion. There is a reason your eyes are here right now, and there is a reason your spirit feels stirred as you read this. Do not move away from this, because what is being released is time-sensitive, and your attention is the doorway through which it will enter your life. Type Amen if you believe. I am not speaking about chance or coincidence, and I am not playing with your expectations. I am revealing that a shift in provision has already been prepared, and it is connected to your obedience and your focus in this very moment. You have asked for relief, for breakthrough, for a sign that your efforts and your prayers have not been ignored. What you are hearing now is not empty comfort, but a direction that carries results when followed with trust. The reason the timing matters is because your awareness must meet what is already unfolding, and your faith must rise to receive what has been released. Within the next moments, something unseen will begin to move in your favor, and it will not look the way you imagined. It will not come with loud announcements or dramatic signals, but it will be real, and it will be undeniable once you notice it. I am asking you to remain steady, because the mistake many make is losing focus just before the door opens. You have been close before and did not recognize it, and I do not want you to repeat that pattern again. This time, you are being prepared in advance so you do not miss what is yours. If this is reaching your heart right now, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement and attention help anchor what is being spoken into your life. You have carried concerns about money, about stability, about whether your future will hold enough to sustain you. I have seen every silent thought and every moment when you wondered how things would turn around. I have not been absent, and I have not ignored your need, even when it felt like nothing was changing. What you could not see was the quiet preparation happening beyond your sight, aligning people, opportunities, and outcomes that would meet you at the right time. That time is now approaching, and your awareness is part of receiving it. Do not let doubt interrupt what is being offered to you, because doubt has been the barrier that delayed many blessings before. You have learned to expect disappointment, and that expectation has made you cautious even when something good begins to form. I am telling you clearly that you must not shrink back this time, because what is arriving is not a test to harm you, but a provision to lift you. The change in your financial situation is connected to your willingness to trust without hesitation. You are being invited to step into a moment that will look small at first, but will carry lasting impact. Type 1111 to affirm. There is a reason I have given you a specific time frame, because it is not about the number itself, but about your attention and your obedience. When you check your account, you are not just looking for numbers, you are acknowledging that something has shifted and that you are open to receive it. The shock you will feel is not only about the amount, but about the realization that things can change faster than you believed. This is meant to break the pattern of limitation that has been holding your expectations down. Once that pattern breaks, you will begin to see opportunities that you previously overlooked. You must remain calm and grounded, because excitement without understanding can lead to careless decisions. What is coming is not meant to be wasted or mishandled, but to be stewarded with wisdom. I am guiding you not only into receiving, but also into managing what you receive so that it multiplies and sustains you. This is not a temporary moment of relief, but the beginning of a new way of living where provision flows more freely. You are being trusted with something that requires both faith and responsibility. There have been times when you felt overlooked while others seemed to move ahead, and that feeling has stayed with you longer than you realize. I am addressing that now because what is coming will begin to heal that sense of being left behind. You are not late and you are not forgotten, even when your circumstances suggested otherwise. What you are stepping into has its own timing, and it is not less valuable because it arrived differently. You will begin to understand that your path was being shaped in a way that prepares you for what you are about to handle. Stay present and do not rush past this moment, because awareness is part of the blessing itself. The more you remain attentive, the more clearly you will recognize what is unfolding around you. I am not only changing what you see in your account, but I am also changing how you see your life and your future. This is where your mindset begins to shift from lack to provision, from fear to confidence. Hold on to this, because it is the foundation for everything that follows. It is the start of a flow that will continue as long as you remain connected to what I am speaking into your life. Stay focused, because distraction is the only thing that can weaken what is being built right now. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a pattern in your past where you began to believe, but then something caused you to pull back before you fully received what was coming. That hesitation was not your fault, but it has shaped how you respond to opportunities and blessings. I am breaking that pattern now by reminding you that you are safe to receive and you are ready to hold what is coming. The fear of losing has held you back from fully accepting gain, and that is being lifted from you. What you are stepping into now requires confidence, not caution, and trust instead of retreat. Type yes to affirm. You may notice small signs around you, things that seem simple but carry a deeper meaning when you look closely. These are confirmations meant to strengthen your awareness and keep your focus steady. I do not need to overwhelm you with dramatic displays, because even the smallest shift, when recognized, can change the direction of your thinking. Pay attention to those moments, because they are guiding you to stay aligned with what is being released. The more you notice, the more you will understand that this is not random, but intentional and precise. There is also something important you must understand about receiving wealth, because it is not only about numbers appearing in your account. It is about the transformation of how you see value, how you make decisions, and how you respond to what you have been given. If your mindset does not shift, the blessing can pass through your hands without leaving a lasting impact. I am preparing you not just to receive, but to multiply what you receive in a way that brings stability and growth. This is where your thinking begins to expand beyond survival and into purpose. You have carried a sense of limitation for a long time, and it has shaped the way you plan your future. You have been careful, sometimes even holding back from dreaming too much because you did not want to be disappointed again. I am telling you that it is time to release that limitation, because it no longer serves you. The space you are entering requires a new way of thinking, one that allows you to see possibilities instead of barriers. This is not about unrealistic hope, but about aligning your expectations with what is now becoming available to you. If you feel this stirring inside you, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement strengthens your connection to what is being released. There will be moments very soon where you will be faced with decisions that seem small, but they will carry weight in how things unfold for you. You must not overlook these moments, because they are part of the pathway that leads to greater increase. Each choice you make in alignment with what I am guiding you to do will open another step forward. This is how the flow continues, not through one single event, but through a series of aligned actions. Stay aware, because these moments will not always appear obvious at first. You are not being asked to become someone else, but to step fully into who you already are becoming. There is strength in you that you have not fully recognized, and it is now being activated through what you are experiencing. This strength will help you manage what comes, and it will keep you steady when things begin to change around you. Do not underestimate yourself, because you have been prepared for this more than you realize. Everything you have gone through has built something inside you that is now ready to be used. Type 777 to receive blessings. There is also a need for patience, even as things begin to move quickly, because not everything will happen at once. Some parts will unfold in stages, and you must allow each stage to complete its purpose. Rushing ahead or trying to control the outcome can create confusion, and I do not want you to lose clarity in this process. Trust the timing of each step, because it is designed to bring you into a place of stability, not chaos. What is being built is meant to last, and that requires a steady progression. You may find yourself thinking about past mistakes or missed opportunities, and that can create a feeling of regret if you are not careful. I am telling you to release that, because it does not belong in this new season you are entering. What is coming is not limited by what has already happened, and it is not reduced by what you feel you missed before. This is a fresh beginning, and it carries its own set of opportunities that are not tied to your past. Let go of what was, so you can fully receive what is now being given. There is a clarity coming into your mind, a sense of direction that feels stronger than before. That clarity is part of the guidance I am giving you, and it will help you make decisions with confidence. You will begin to see things more clearly, and you will understand what to do without second-guessing yourself. This is a sign that you are aligned, and it is something you should trust. The more you follow that clarity, the stronger it will become, and the easier it will be to move forward. Do not allow the opinions of others to distract you, because not everyone will understand what is happening in your life. Some may question it, and some may even doubt it, but that does not change what is being done for you. You are not dependent on their understanding, and you do not need their approval to move forward. Stay focused on what you are being guided to do, because that is where your direction comes from. The path you are on is personal, and it is designed specifically for you. You are entering a place where your confidence will grow, not from what others say, but from what you experience. Each step forward will confirm that you are moving in the right direction, and that will strengthen your belief in what is possible. This is how your faith becomes solid, not through words alone, but through results that you can see and feel. Hold on to that, because it will carry you through every stage of what is unfolding. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. The change in your bank balance is only the visible sign of something deeper that is already taking root inside your life. Stay grounded in this, because what you are receiving is both outward and inward at the same time. There is a quiet confidence rising within you, and even if you try to ignore it, it keeps returning stronger than before. That confidence is not based on what you have seen yet, but on what your spirit is beginning to recognize. I am building that confidence so that when the moment comes, you do not react with fear or disbelief. You will recognize it as something that belongs to you, something that has been prepared with intention. This is how you step into what is yours without hesitation or confusion. Type 222 if you trust God. You must understand that wealth, when it comes in alignment, carries peace with it, not pressure. It does not overwhelm you or cause you to lose yourself, but instead it strengthens your sense of stability and direction. What is being released to you is not meant to create chaos, but to bring order into areas that once felt uncertain. This is why I have been preparing your heart as much as your circumstances. When both are aligned, you are able to receive without being shaken by the change. There are people who have chased after increase without understanding, and when it came, they were not ready to hold it. I am not leading you down that path, because what you are receiving is meant to remain and grow. This is why your awareness, your patience, and your trust are so important right now. Each one plays a role in how you handle what is coming into your life. You are being shaped to carry this with strength and clarity. As you move forward, you will notice that certain opportunities begin to appear in ways you did not expect. They may come through conversations, through ideas, or through moments that seem simple at first. Do not overlook these, because they are part of the flow that is being opened for you. Each opportunity is connected, and each one leads to another when you respond with awareness. This is how the path unfolds, step by step, in a way that builds both growth and understanding. There is also a need for balance, because as things begin to improve, you must remain centered in who you are. Do not allow sudden change to pull you away from your foundation, because your foundation is what keeps everything stable. Stay connected to what has grounded you through your difficult moments, because that same grounding will support you in your increase. This is not about becoming someone new, but about expanding into who you have always been meant to be. If you feel the weight of this truth settling into your heart, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement strengthens what is being anchored in your life right now. You have been through seasons where it felt like nothing was moving, and those seasons tested your patience more than anything else. It felt like you were doing everything you could, yet nothing seemed to change in return. I have seen those moments, and they were not wasted, even when they felt empty. They were building endurance in you, preparing you to handle what is now coming with maturity. What once felt like delay was actually preparation, and now you are beginning to step into the result of that preparation. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. There is something powerful about recognizing that your situation can change, because once you see it happen, it reshapes how you view every challenge after that. You will no longer see obstacles as permanent, but as temporary points that can be moved through. This shift in perspective is part of the blessing, because it frees you from the weight of fear that once held you back. When your thinking changes, your actions follow, and when your actions align, your results begin to reflect that alignment. This is how transformation becomes consistent instead of occasional. You are also being guided to handle what you receive with intention, not impulse. It is easy to react quickly when something unexpected comes into your life, but I am asking you to remain steady and thoughtful. Take time to consider your choices, because each decision you make will shape what happens next. This is where wisdom becomes important, because wisdom allows you to use what you have in a way that creates lasting impact, You are not only receiving, but learning how to build with what you receive. There will be moments where you are tempted to doubt again, especially if things do not look exactly as you expected right away. This is where your trust must remain firm, because not everything reveals itself at once. Some things unfold gradually, and each stage carries its own purpose. Do not let impatience create uncertainty, because what is being done is already in motion. Stay steady, and allow each part to come into place as it is meant to. You are not walking this path without guidance, even when it feels quiet. I am present in every step, shaping what you see and what you do not see at the same time. There is a protection around you that keeps things aligned, even when you are not aware of it. Trust that you are being led, because that guidance is constant and steady. It does not leave you, and it does not weaken over time. What you are entering is not temporary, and it is not something that will fade as quickly as it arrives. It is a shift that continues, building upon itself as you remain aligned with it. This is why your focus matters, because what you focus on grows, and what you neglect fades. Keep your attention on what is being built, and do not allow distractions to pull you away from it. Your awareness is part of your strength in this season. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a calm assurance settling over you, and it is replacing the uncertainty that once filled your thoughts. That assurance is a sign that you are aligned with what is happening, and it is something you should hold on to. It will guide you when decisions arise, and it will keep you steady when things begin to move more quickly. This is how you move forward with confidence, not based on what others say, but based on what you know within yourself. There is a subtle change happening in the way you view your future, and you may notice that you are no longer seeing it through the same lens of limitation. That old lens was shaped by past disappointments and repeated delays, and it made you cautious about expecting too much. I am removing that limitation, not by forcing you, but by showing you something new that reshapes your expectations. When you begin to see that change is possible, your mind opens to possibilities that were once closed to you. This is how your path begins to expand, not through pressure, but through realization. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There is also a deeper understanding forming within you about what it means to receive without fear. In the past, you may have held back even when something good came your way, unsure of whether it would last or whether you deserved it. That hesitation is being replaced with a quiet acceptance that what is coming belongs to you. You are not taking something that was not meant for you, but stepping into what has already been prepared with your name on it. This realization is important because it allows you to receive fully instead of partially. You will begin to notice that your thoughts are becoming more focused, less scattered, and more aligned with clarity. This is not something you are forcing, but something that is happening naturally as you stay connected to what is being spoken into your life. Clear thinking leads to clear decisions, and clear decisions lead to consistent progress. This is how you move forward without confusion, even when things around you begin to change quickly. Your clarity becomes your anchor in moments of movement. There is a moment approaching where you will recognize that something has truly shifted, and it will not require explanation or confirmation from anyone else. You will feel it within yourself, a certainty that replaces all the questions you once carried. That moment is part of the process, and it will strengthen your trust in what is happening. Once you experience it, you will not be able to return to the old way of thinking, because your perspective will have changed. This is how transformation becomes permanent instead of temporary. If you feel this truth becoming real to you, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement anchors what is unfolding in your life right now. You are also being guided to remain humble as things begin to improve, because humility keeps your heart steady and your mind clear. It allows you to appreciate what you have without becoming distracted by comparison or pride. This balance is important because it keeps you grounded while everything else begins to expand. You are not being lifted up to lose yourself, but to grow into a stronger and more stable version of who you already are. Hold on to that, because it will guide you through every stage of what is coming. Type 777 if you receive this blessing. There will be people who notice the change in your life, and they may respond in different ways. Some will celebrate with you, while others may question or even doubt what is happening. You must not allow those reactions to influence how you see your own journey. What is being done in your life is not dependent on their understanding or approval. Stay focused on what you are experiencing, because that is where your confidence should come from. Your path is personal, and it is not meant to be measured by anyone else's perspective. You are entering a time where your actions will begin to carry more weight, and even small decisions will have a greater impact than before. This is not something to fear, but something to approach with awareness and intention. Every step you take is part of a larger movement, and each one contributes to what is being built. When you act with clarity and purpose, you create momentum that continues to carry you forward. This is how growth becomes steady and sustainable. There is also a need for you to remain patient with yourself, because transformation does not mean perfection. You may still have moments where old thoughts try to return, or where uncertainty tries to rise again. That does not mean you are moving backward, but simply that you are adjusting to something new. Allow yourself to move through those moments without judgment, because they are part of the process. Each time you choose to stay aligned, you strengthen your position in what is unfolding. You are not being rushed, even though there is movement happening around you. Everything is unfolding at the pace that allows you to handle it with strength and clarity. This is not about speed, but about stability, and stability is what allows what you receive to remain. Trust the pace of what is happening, because it is designed to support you, not overwhelm you. What is coming is meant to stay, and that requires a steady foundation. There is a sense of peace that is beginning to settle within you, and it is replacing the tension that once filled your thoughts. That peace is not based on what you have seen yet, but on what you are beginning to understand. It is a sign that you are aligned, and that alignment is what allows everything else to fall into place. When you are at peace, you are able to respond with clarity instead of reacting with fear. This is how you move forward with confidence, even when things are changing. You are being reminded that you are not alone in this, and that you are being guided every step of the way. Even when things feel quiet, that guidance is still present, shaping what you see and what you do not see. Trust that you are being led, because that guidance does not leave you. It remains steady, even when your surroundings begin to shift. This is what allows you to move forward without fear. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There is a shift happening in how you respond to thoughts about money and stability, and you may notice that fear is no longer the first reaction. That change is not small, because it opens the door for you to act with clarity instead of hesitation. In the past, uncertainty caused you to pause, to question, and sometimes to step back from opportunities that were meant for you. I am removing that hesitation and replacing it with a steady confidence that allows you to move forward. This is how you begin to walk into what is yours without holding yourself back. Type 1111 if you walk by faith. You will begin to see that your decisions carry a different kind of weight now, not in a way that burdens you, but in a way that gives your actions meaning. Each step you take is connected to what is unfolding, and each choice you make adds to the direction you are moving in. This is why awareness is so important, because it allows you to recognize which steps align with what is being given to you. You are not moving randomly, even when it feels simple or ordinary. Everything is being guided in a way that leads you forward. There is also a deeper sense of responsibility growing within you, and that is part of the preparation for what you are receiving. Responsibility is not something to fear, but something that strengthens your ability to hold what is placed in your hands. When you understand the value of what you receive, you begin to treat it with care and intention. This is how what you receive begins to grow instead of disappear. You are being shaped to handle this with wisdom, not just excitement. You may notice that your perspective on time is also changing, because you are no longer feeling the same urgency driven by fear. Instead, you are beginning to understand that things unfold in the right moment when you are aligned. This brings a sense of calm that allows you to act with clarity instead of rushing without direction. When you move from this place, your actions become more effective and more meaningful. This is how progress becomes steady instead of scattered. If this is settling into your heart, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement helps anchor what is unfolding in your life. There is something important you must recognize about the increase that is coming into your life. It is not only meant to meet your needs, but also to expand your ability to create, to build, and to support others in ways you could not before. This is where your purpose begins to connect with what you receive, and it gives your growth a deeper meaning. You are not only being lifted for yourself, but to become a source of strength and support in ways that reflect what you have been given. This is how what you receive begins to extend beyond you. Type yes to affirm. There will be moments where you are reminded of how things used to be, and those memories may try to pull you back into old patterns of thinking. You must recognize those moments and choose not to return to what no longer serves you. What you are stepping into requires a new way of thinking, one that is not limited by past experiences. Each time you choose to stay aligned with this new perspective, you strengthen your position in what is unfolding. This is how transformation becomes consistent instead of temporary. You are also being guided to pay attention to how you speak about your situation, because your words carry influence over how you see and handle what is happening. When you speak with doubt, it can create hesitation in your actions, but when you speak with confidence, it strengthens your direction. This is not about pretending, but about aligning your words with what you are beginning to understand. As your understanding grows, your words will naturally begin to reflect that growth. This is how your inner and outer worlds begin to align. There is a calm strength building within you, and it is not loud or forceful, but steady and reliable. This strength will support you when decisions need to be made, and it will keep you grounded when things begin to move more quickly. You will not feel lost or overwhelmed, because this strength will guide you through each step. It is something you can rely on, even when everything around you is changing. This is how you remain stable in the middle of growth. You are not meant to carry this alone, and you are not expected to figure everything out by yourself. I am guiding you through each stage, even when it feels like you are making decisions on your own. That guidance is present in your thoughts, in your clarity, and in the sense of direction you feel. Trust that it is there, because it does not leave you. The more you trust it, the easier it becomes to move forward with confidence. There is also a sense of gratitude that is beginning to rise within you, and that gratitude is important because it keeps your heart open. When you recognize what you have received, it creates space for more to come into your life. Gratitude is not just a reaction, but a position that keeps you aligned with what is being given to you. The more you hold on to that, the more you will see how things continue to unfold in your favor. This is how the flow continues without interruption. You may begin to notice that things around you are shifting in subtle ways, and those shifts are part of the alignment taking place. They may not seem dramatic, but they carry meaning when you look closely. Each shift is moving you closer to what has been prepared, and each one builds upon the last. This is how change becomes visible over time, not through one moment, but through a series of connected steps. Stay aware of these shifts, because they are guiding you forward. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a reassurance settling into your heart, and it is replacing the uncertainty that once filled your thoughts. That reassurance is a sign that you are aligned with what is happening, and it is something you can trust. It will guide you when decisions arise, and it will keep you steady when things begin to move faster. This is how you move forward without fear, because you know you are being led. That knowing becomes your foundation. There is a deeper sense of assurance building within you, and it is not based on what others say or what you have been told before. It is something that rises from within, a quiet knowing that things are aligning in your favor. That knowing is not random, but a reflection of what is already taking place around you. When you trust that feeling, you strengthen your connection to what is unfolding. This is how you move forward with confidence, not because everything is visible yet, but because you recognize the direction you are being led. Type 222 if you trust God. You may begin to notice that your reactions to situations are changing, and that is a sign of growth taking place within you. Where you once felt anxious or uncertain, you are now responding with calm and clarity. This change is important because it allows you to make decisions from a place of strength instead of fear. When your reactions shift, your outcomes begin to shift as well, because you are no longer guided by the same patterns that once held you back. This is how your life begins to reflect the transformation happening inside you. There is also a sense of timing that is becoming clearer to you, and you are starting to understand that not everything needs to happen at once. You are learning to recognize when to act and when to wait, and that balance is what keeps you aligned. Acting too soon can create confusion, while waiting too long can cause missed opportunities. I am guiding you into a place where you can sense the right moment and move forward with confidence when it arrives. This is how your steps become intentional instead of uncertain. If this is touching your heart right now, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement strengthens what is being anchored in your life. There is something else that is beginning to change, and it is the way you see your own value. You are no longer measuring yourself based on past struggles or current limitations. Instead, you are beginning to recognize that your value has always been present, even when it was not visible to you. This recognition is important because it allows you to step into opportunities without feeling unworthy or unprepared. When you see your value clearly, you stop holding yourself back from what is meant for you. This is how you begin to move forward without hesitation. Type 777 to receive blessings. You will also begin to see that certain connections in your life are shifting, and that is part of the alignment taking place. Some people may move closer, while others may drift away, and both are part of what is necessary for your growth. This is not something to fear, but something to understand, because every connection has its place and its purpose. When you allow these shifts to happen without resistance, you create space for new opportunities and new relationships that align with where you are going. This is how your environment begins to support your growth instead of limiting it. There is a sense of clarity coming into your decisions, and it is making it easier for you to know what to do next. You are no longer second-guessing yourself the way you once did, because your understanding is becoming stronger. This clarity is not something you need to force, but something that flows naturally as you stay connected to what is being shown to you. When you trust that clarity, your actions become more effective, and your progress becomes more consistent. This is how you begin to move forward without confusion. You are also being guided to remain patient with the process, even as things begin to move more quickly around you. Patience is what allows you to stay grounded, and it keeps you from making decisions that are driven by urgency instead of understanding. When you remain patient, you give each step the space it needs to fully develop, and that leads to stronger outcomes. This is how what you are building becomes stable and lasting. Do not rush, because everything is unfolding at the pace that is right for you. There may be moments where you feel a sudden wave of emotion, and that is part of the release of what you have been carrying for so long. These emotions are not meant to overwhelm you, but to clear space for what is coming into your life. Allow yourself to feel them without resistance, because they are part of your transformation. Each release creates room for something new to take its place, and that is how growth continues. This is not weakness, but a sign of change happening within you. You are not alone in this journey, and you are not expected to navigate it without guidance. I am with you in every step, even when it feels quiet or uncertain. That presence is constant, and it is guiding you in ways you may not always recognize immediately. Trust that you are being led, because that guidance is steady and reliable. The more you trust it, the easier it becomes to move forward with confidence. There is also a sense of gratitude that is growing within you, and it is changing how you see everything around you. You are beginning to appreciate even the small things, and that appreciation is opening your heart in a new way. Gratitude creates a flow that allows more to come into your life because it keeps you aligned with what you are receiving. The more you hold on to that, the more you will see how things continue to shift in your favor. This is how the flow continues without interruption. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance, Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You may begin to notice that your thoughts about the future are becoming more positive and more focused. You are no longer expecting the same outcomes that once caused you to feel uncertain. Instead, you are beginning to see possibilities that were not visible to you before. This shift in thinking is important because it influences the way you act and the way you respond to opportunities. When your thoughts change, your actions follow, and your results begin to reflect that change. There is a calm strength within you now, and it is guiding you through each step with confidence. This strength is not something that can be shaken easily because it is built on understanding and alignment. It will support you when things begin to move faster, and it will keep you steady when decisions need to be made. Trust that strength, because it is part of what is carrying you forward. This is how you remain stable even as everything around you begins to expand. There is a quiet realization forming within you that your life is no longer moving in the same direction it once was. You are beginning to sense that the patterns that held you back are losing their influence and that you are stepping into something new. This realization is not something to question, but something to accept because it reflects what is already taking place. When you accept it, you move forward with confidence instead of hesitation. This is how you begin to walk in alignment with what is being prepared for you. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You will begin to notice that your attention is naturally shifting toward what matters most, and distractions are losing their hold on you. This is not something you are forcing, but something that is happening as your priorities begin to align. When your attention is focused, your actions become more effective, and your progress becomes more consistent. This is how you begin to move forward without feeling pulled in different directions. Your focus becomes a source of strength that guides your decisions. There is also a deeper sense of trust growing within you, and it is allowing you to move forward without needing constant reassurance. You are beginning to understand that not everything needs to be explained for it to be real. This trust is what allows you to take steps even when you cannot see the entire path ahead. When you trust, you remove the barriers that doubt creates, and you allow things to unfold more freely. This is how your journey becomes smoother and more aligned. If this is speaking to your heart, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement strengthens what is being anchored in your life. There is something important you must recognize about the changes happening in your life. They are not temporary adjustments, but part of a larger transformation that is meant to last. This is why you are being guided to remain patient and steady, because lasting change requires a strong foundation. When you allow each step to unfold fully, you create stability that supports everything that follows. This is how what you receive becomes something that continues to grow over time. Type Amen if you believe. You may begin to see that your reactions to challenges are different now, and that you are no longer responding with the same level of fear or uncertainty. This change is a sign that your perspective is shifting, and that you are beginning to see things from a place of strength. When your perspective changes, your experience changes, because you are no longer guided by the same limitations. This is how obstacles become opportunities for growth instead of barriers that stop you. Your mindset becomes the foundation for everything that follows. There will be moments where you are reminded of your past, and those memories may try to pull you back into old ways of thinking. You must recognize those moments and choose not to return to what no longer serves you. What you are stepping into requires a new way of thinking, one that is not limited by what has already happened. Each time you choose to stay aligned with this new perspective, you strengthen your position in what is unfolding. This is how your transformation becomes consistent and lasting. You are also being guided to remain aware of how you use what you receive, because your actions will determine how it grows. When you act with intention and clarity, you create results that continue to build upon themselves. This is not about making perfect decisions, but about staying aligned with what you are being guided to do. The more you remain aligned, the more you will see how things begin to expand in your favor. This is how your progress becomes steady and reliable. There is a sense of calm that is beginning to settle within you, and it is replacing the tension that once filled your thoughts. That calm is not based on what you have already seen, but on what you are beginning to understand. It is a sign that you are aligned with what is happening, and that alignment is what allows everything else to fall into place. When you are calm, you are able to respond with clarity instead of reacting with fear. This is how you move forward with confidence. You may also begin to notice that your environment is changing in subtle ways, and those changes are part of the alignment taking place. Things that once felt difficult may begin to feel easier, and opportunities may appear where there were none before. These changes are not random, but connected to what is unfolding in your life. When you recognize them, you strengthen your awareness and your ability to respond. This is how you continue to move forward without missing what is meant for you. There is a deeper sense of purpose forming within you, and it is guiding your actions in a way that feels natural and clear. You are beginning to understand that what you are receiving is not only for you, but also for how you can impact others. This understanding gives your growth a deeper meaning, and it keeps you grounded in what truly matters. When your purpose aligns with what you receive, your actions become more intentional and more powerful. This is how your growth extends beyond yourself. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful, ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are not alone in this process, and you are not expected to figure everything out on your own. I am guiding you through each step, even when it feels quiet or uncertain. That guidance is present in your thoughts, in your clarity, and in the sense of direction you feel. Trust that it is there, because it does not leave you. The more you trust it, the easier it becomes to move forward with confidence. There is also a growing sense of gratitude within you, and it is changing how you see everything around you. You are beginning to appreciate what you have, and that appreciation is creating space for more to come into your life. Gratitude is not just a reaction, but a position that keeps you aligned with what you are receiving. The more you hold on to that, the more you will see how things continue to unfold in your favor. This is how the flow continues without interruption. There is a growing sense within you that you are no longer the same person who once struggled to believe that change was possible. That version of you carried doubt shaped by past experiences, but now you are beginning to see beyond those limitations. This shift is not forced, but natural, because your understanding is expanding as you remain aligned with what is being revealed. When your understanding grows, your confidence follows, and when your confidence grows, your actions become more certain. This is how you begin to move forward without hesitation. Type yes to affirm. You may begin to notice that your environment is responding to you differently, and that is a reflection of the change happening within you. When your mindset shifts, it influences how you interact with everything around you, and those interactions begin to produce different outcomes. This is not something you need to control, but something you allow to unfold as you stay aligned. Each change you notice is part of a larger movement that is guiding you forward. Pay attention, because these shifts are confirming that you are moving in the right direction. There is also a deeper sense of discipline forming within you, and it is helping you stay focused even when distractions appear. Discipline is not restriction, but a form of strength that keeps you aligned with what matters most. When you remain disciplined, you protect what you are building, and you prevent yourself from returning to old patterns. This is how your growth becomes consistent instead of temporary. You are learning to stay steady, even when everything around you is changing. If this is settling into your heart, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement helps anchor what is unfolding in your life right now. There is something important you must understand about the flow that is opening in your life. It is not only about receiving once, but about entering a pattern where receiving becomes natural and consistent. This is why your mindset, your actions, and your awareness are all being aligned at the same time. When these elements work together, they create a flow that continues without interruption. You are not stepping into a single moment of change, but into a way of living that reflects ongoing provision. Type 1111 to affirm. You may begin to see that your decisions are becoming more intentional, and that you are no longer acting out of impulse or uncertainty. This change is a sign that your clarity is growing, and that you are beginning to understand the weight of your actions. When you act with intention, you create results that are more stable and more meaningful. This is how your progress becomes something you can rely on, instead of something that feels uncertain. Each intentional step builds upon the last, creating momentum that carries you forward. There will be moments where you are reminded of how things used to be, and those memories may try to create doubt if you are not careful. You must recognize that those moments belong to a different time, and they do not define where you are now. What you are stepping into is not limited by what has already happened. Each time you choose to stay aligned with your current understanding, you strengthen your position in what is unfolding. This is how you move forward without being pulled backward. You are also being guided to remain open to new ideas, because they will play a role in how your situation continues to develop. These ideas may come in simple ways, but they carry the potential to create meaningful change when acted upon. Do not dismiss them, because they are part of the guidance you are receiving. When you act on these ideas with clarity, you create opportunities that continue to build upon themselves. This is how your growth becomes both steady and expansive. There is a calm strength within you now that allows you to handle change without feeling overwhelmed. This strength is not something you need to search for, because it is already present within you. It has been built through everything you have experienced, and it is now being activated in a new way. Trust this strength, because it will guide you through every stage of what is coming. It will keep you steady when things begin to move more quickly. You are not meant to carry everything on your own, and you are not being left without guidance. I am present in every step, even when it feels quiet or uncertain. That presence is shaping what you see and what you do not see, guiding you in ways that you may not always recognize immediately. Trust that you are being led, because that guidance does not leave you. The more you trust it, the easier it becomes to move forward with confidence. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is also a deeper sense of gratitude forming within you, and it is changing how you respond to everything around you. Gratitude keeps your heart open, and it allows you to receive without resistance. When you remain in a place of gratitude, you create space for more to come into your life. This is how the flow continues, because you are aligned with what you are receiving. Hold on to this, because it will support you in every stage of your growth. You may begin to notice that your thoughts about the future are becoming more focused and more positive. You are no longer expecting the same outcomes that once caused you to feel uncertain. Instead, you are beginning to see possibilities that reflect what is now unfolding in your life. This shift in thinking is important because it influences how you act and how you respond to opportunities. When your thoughts change, your actions follow, and your results begin to reflect that change. There is a reassurance settling within you, and it is replacing the uncertainty that once filled your thoughts. That reassurance is a sign that you are aligned with what is happening, and it is something you can trust. It will guide you when decisions arise, and it will keep you steady when things begin to move faster. This is how you move forward without fear, because you know you are being led. That knowing becomes your foundation. You may begin to notice that your decisions are becoming more aligned with your long-term direction rather than short-term reactions. This is a sign that your thinking is expanding and that you are beginning to see beyond immediate circumstances. When your decisions reflect this level of awareness, they create outcomes that are more stable and more meaningful. This is how you build something that lasts instead of something that disappears quickly. Each aligned decision strengthens your path and brings you closer to what has been prepared for you. There is also a sense of calm control forming within you, and it is helping you respond to situations without feeling overwhelmed. This is not about controlling everything around you, but about maintaining control over how you respond. When you are calm, you are able to think clearly and act with intention, even when things are changing quickly. This is how you remain steady in moments of growth and how you avoid making decisions that you later regret. Your calm becomes a source of strength that supports everything you do. If this is reaching your heart, take a moment to like this video, because your agreement strengthens what is being anchored in your life right now. There is something important you must recognize about what is unfolding in your life. It is not only about receiving more, but about becoming someone who can sustain and grow what is received. This is why your understanding, your patience, and your awareness are all being developed at the same time. When these qualities are present, you are able to handle increase without losing balance. This is how what you receive becomes something that continues to expand instead of something that fades. Type 777 to receive blessings. You will begin to see that your environment continues to shift in ways that support your growth, and that is not something you need to force. As you remain aligned, the right opportunities, the right ideas, and the right connections will continue to appear. This is part of the flow you are entering, where things begin to align naturally instead of through struggle. Pay attention to these changes, because they are guiding you forward in ways that are both subtle and powerful. Each one is a step that brings you closer to what has been prepared. There may still be moments where doubt tries to return, especially when things do not move as quickly as you expect. You must recognize that doubt is not a reflection of what is actually happening, but a pattern that is losing its hold on you. When those moments arise, choose to remain aligned with what you have already begun to understand. Each time you do this, you weaken that pattern and strengthen your position in what is unfolding. This is how your confidence becomes steady and reliable. You are also being guided to remain intentional with your actions, because what you do now will influence how things continue to develop. Small decisions may seem insignificant, but they carry weight when they are aligned with your direction. Each aligned action creates momentum, and that momentum builds over time into something powerful. This is how your progress becomes consistent instead of unpredictable. Stay aware of your actions, because they are shaping what comes next. There is a deeper sense of purpose forming within you, and it is beginning to guide how you use what you receive. You are starting to understand that your growth is not only for your own benefit, but also for how you can impact others. This understanding brings meaning to what you are experiencing, and it keeps you grounded in what truly matters. When your purpose aligns with your actions, your growth becomes more than just progress. It becomes influence. This is how what you receive begins to extend beyond you. You are not alone in this process, and you are not being left to figure everything out on your own. I am present in every step, guiding you through each stage, even when it feels quiet or uncertain. That guidance is shaping your thoughts, your clarity, and your sense of direction. Trust that it is there, because it does not leave you. The more you trust it, the more clearly you will recognize how it is leading you forward.